Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Folge Let's Play Final Fantasy XI mit Elweb. Wir stehen jetzt hier schon in Rumblings Gardens und sind auf dem Weg zum Palast. Elweb! You're about to enter the council? Glad to see you made it in time. Right then. This way to the meeting room. But before you go in, why don't you take a few moments to gather your thoughts? I mean, they've been going at this for hours. I doubt they'll miss you a couple minutes more. As I've already stated numerous times, it is in our best interest to prevent the completion of the Empire's secret weapon, this Iron Colossus of theirs. Bastok is prepared to employ military actions to accomplish this goal without your support if necessary. I am in full agreement with the captain in this case. The Empire's intentions are clear. We must not lose this race. But if we mobilize our forces, we will be giving the Grand Vizier and his supporters just the ammunition they need to fuel a full-scale war. The Empress yet retains loyal subjects with her realm. I believe we can still avoid open confrontation. Whoa, so unlike you, my dear prince. Your sentimental view of the situation is making me wince. If I'm not mistaken, Your Highness, wasn't it one of your agents that described the Empress' position as little more than a puppet on the throne? Aye. This will be a conflict of epic proportions. Perhaps we should strive harder for a diplomatic solution. While I agree with you in theory, we walk a dangerous line. Despite its states of constant warfare, the sprawling empire commands staggering resources. If we fail to make the first move, we could face casualties on the scale of the Great War. The Great War? Surely you jest. The carnage from this apocalypse will be far greater than all the rest. Worse than the Great War. You all know of the Gordius, I presume? It is best we are all aware of this potential source of doom. One does not lightly forget such an object. You speak of the sacred artifact kept within the Valara temple? An amazing creation worthy of mention. But that is not the phenomenon to which I wish to draw your attention. I refer to an event from 900 years before. The supernova that was born from the earth and stole the night sky for an entire year, as was passed down in lore. And now this I recall from my lessons. This was the miracle bestowed by the goddess that marked the beginning of the Crystal Era. After the glare finally faded, this star of the first magnitude became part of the Alexander constellation, correct? It was merely a coincidence that the supernova's trajectory passed in front of that star. The truth of the matter is more fascinating by far. The trajectory? I don't understand. I discovered an ancient papyrus in the extensive walls of the optistery. The following was written in a script bold and flowery. When the light deity clashed with the dark, rent in vain were the heavens, and devastated was the earth by a storm beyond comprehension. I must admit to feeling a degree of shock, for this simple passage described the arrival of Ragnarok. Ragnarok? The northern legend that tells of the twilight of the gods? You mean to tell us that the supernova was in fact the aftermath of a battle between divinities? Oh, so close to mark. Shall I endeavor to bring you out of the dark? This is my hypothesis based on the fact at hand. The old empire of Aht Urhgan launched the Iron Colossus, imbued with the spirit of the light deity, high into the air and attempted to dominate the entire land. The nation that revered a rival deity was unsurprisingly not abused. They sent the Dark Rider born from sacrifice and with utter darkness infused. A fierce battle raged in the skies, and eventually both combatants fell to earth, the giant in pieces and the rider with grave wounds to his maternal form. But this titanic struggle had blasted the land into ruin, and left a void in the heavens that spawned a cataclysmic storm. An apocalypse. What a ridiculous story! How could an iron colossus be made to fly? And what does this have to do with the name of the goddess? We Tataru have always been notoriously fussy about our cuisine. The name was probably heard from a trader in foreign gods, it is what I mean. The name of the Colossus' heart, given to the star. We have let ourselves be distracted by the tendencies. The goddess should have been our true concern. We can only hope that the Grand Vizier has failed to notice the true value of the treasure under his nose. We must hurry to bring this matter to a close. Naji, reporting in. I've brought Albert back with me. You're late. Where in Altana's name have you been? Take it easy, Ayame. Albert, we are grateful you could come. Your insight will be invaluable. Please describe to us your impressions of the events unfolding in the Empire. Thanks to your talents, gaining the program data we needed was far less complicated than expected. But the Empress appears to have only a tentative hold on consciousness. It is nothing to be concerned about. When reading someone's memories with my altered perspective, it occasionally releases images and thoughts sealed deep within the mind. This state of regression is only temporary. She will recover in time. Let us begin. So, this day has finally come. That voice. If it isn't a Schmierer, then who? I know not who you are, but it appears you have completed construction of Altadal and unraveled the Gordias. Congratulations are in order. You will soon hold the most awe-inspiring weapon in Urhgan in the palm of your hand, the power of light. Father? But the power of Alexander is a double-edged sword. Mother? The infinite energy of our star, the legends, not to mention the ruins, speak eloquently of the destructions that will befall should you make a single misstep. It's not too late. If you possess a sherd of compassion, you will halt the program immediately. We hope you choose the wiser course. Huh. A cunning trick, Schmierer. Defiant until the last. Behold, this is the will of Alexander. I fear no legend or signs of past failure. I will carve out my own destiny. Of young machine. No. No. Thank you, Elvib. I am sure we all felt the immediacy of your experience. And if we can believe the words of the Grand Vizier, a war with the Empire seems inevitable. I'm afraid I have to agree with you. Then a war it shall be. Preparations must be made with all urgency. Bestok's armada is ready to sail. Once I give the order, the seas will be ours. Are we committed? Whoa, our amphibious Guardian advance and units were already given the order to deploy. They lay hidden in the Vashorum woodlands, primed and waiting to destroy. Already deployed? Was the decision of the Council a foregone conclusion? Now, hold a minute. From what I could gather from Elvib's explanation, this elusive character wants to prevent Ragnarok as much as we do. Nashi, remember your station. And the Empress is of the same mind, isn't that right, Elvib? The way I see it, there's no need to go a head-to-head war with the Empire's forces. we can spirit Lusav out of their clutches, then we can at least put a stop to this Ragnarok business. We might even get a chance to restore authority to the Empress while we're at it. Ayami, Elvib, we've all been to Aht Urhgan. We've seen the lives, the smiles, the tears of her people. The citizens of the Empire are as much the children of Altana as we are. War should be considered only after every other avenue has been exhausted. Naji. Whoa, a voice of reason from Bastok, the nation of mine and gloom? And you would plan this strategy yourself, I assume? What? Yes, of course. Wonderful, I admire your ambition. I shall offer the latest model of Guardian to escort you on this mission. Thank you, Dr. Shantoto. Very well. Then you shall have 2 veteran knights to accompany you as well. And from Juno you will have the use of the fastest airship, with an ace pilot at the wheel. Prince Trion, Sir Wolfgang? It appears I have no choice. I will inform the president of this operation myself. Captain Volker, then I should... on one condition. Elvib is to go with you. Will you accompany Naji? Yeah, count me in. It will be dangerous, but please lend Naji your experience and expertise. Looking forward to working with you, Elvib. Excellent. I will have a Pheromozial prepare your transportation at once. I'm sure we all have urgent tasks to attend to. I declare this session of the Council at an end. May our actions find Altana's fortune. So, das war's dann wieder für heute. Ich finde es cool, dass Naji endlich mal ein bisschen mehr Selbstvertrauen hat und sich auch gegen die ganzen durchgesetzt hat. Aber das war's dann schon wieder für heute. Wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal. Bis dahin, macht's gut.